and I've booked onto a new lake, Kirby Lake, which is a day ticket only lake. So this is Kirby Lake, Clearwater Fisheries. I decided to come back to Kirby Lake. I was here about 3 weeks ago, much warmer then of course. 2 fish, 2 trips, and a lot of head scratching. Let me show you how it went. Good morning everyone, and welcome to Fresh Fishing. I'm Martin, OMR, and today I've booked onto a new lake, Kirby Lake, which is a day ticket only lake, and it's billed as a day ticket runs water. It's a new lake. It only opened in July, and it's stocked with I think about 600 fish initially, and they put another 300 in last week or the week before. And they range from 3 or 4 pound up to 20 odd pounds. So yeah, a day ticket runs water. It's about 8:45 now. I got here at 8 o'clock. I've had a walk around the lake. It's about 2 acres, little island in the middle, and then 23 pegs around it. I saw a little bit of fish movement over this side, so I thought I'd give it a try from here. Got to move my car back to the car park now. It's not really worth bothering with a barrow. It's easy enough just to, you can drive around the lake and drop your gear off, and then you've got to move your car back to the car park. So yeah, I'll move my car back to the car park, then I'll get set up, and hopefully we can get a couple of carp, have a bit of fun just on a day ticket session. Yeah, it's 9:20. I've had my rods in, or one rod in, for probably 15 minutes, and first fish, probably 4 or 5 pounds, little mirror on a pink wafter. I just put one rod in while I was setting my other kit up, and away it went. So it's possibly going to be quite lively. So I'll get the GoPro set up in a moment and get that on. But yeah, that's the first fish. About 4 or 5 pound, little mirror, nice little fish. Back she goes. Right, yeah, it's 11:15. I had about a half an hour break from fishing after I caught that fish, as I got one of my hooks caught in the net, and semi-barbed hooks of course take some getting out of the net, so that took me about half an hour, 40 minutes to sort that out. I've got my rods back in now. Just had a show behind me there, but it's pretty open up here and quite cool, even though it's only about it's not freezing today, but it's about 10-11 degrees, and it's very open up here, quite windy, so it's quite cool. So yeah, I'm having a late breakfast now with a coffee, some porridge, and then I'll get back to the fishing and see if I can get a couple more fish. Nothing further, and to get me out of the wind, put my day shelter up. Much better, because when there's just a little bit of breeze, with it being so open here and much higher up than the other areas, it can be quite cool. So we're in the shelter. We just need a couple more fish now. Yeah, fairly noisy, as you can hear. The M6 is just over to the back of the complex here, of the whole complex that is, and it's only about 250 yards away from here, so there's quite a bit of traffic noise, especially with the wind blowing in this direction as it is today. So yeah, as I said, it's open up here, and of course it's quite noisy. Still waiting for another fish. Right, yeah, it's just coming up to 5:20. I'm gonna grab the car in a moment and stick all my gear in. Peg behind, as you can see there, is clear now. I'm all packed up. So yeah, it was a slow old day actually. One fish in the first half an hour thinking we might get a few today, and then nothing. And the other two guys that were at the other side of the lake, I spoke to them before they left. They came and spoke to me, and they didn't catch a thing. So and they were feeder fishing, so that was, you know, another method that was being tried. And there's been some good catch reports from here of late, but just doesn't seem to have been that way inclined today. So there we go, it's one fish. Whether I come back here again for a day session, an hour and a half at the cost, I don't know. Maybe it's better in slightly warmer weather, but it's not too bad at the moment. Could be worth trying it during the summer months, spring, summer months, and see how it goes from there. And of course, once it's bedded in a bit more, it's only been going since July, so you know, it's only into its sort of 4th month coming up shortly. I wasn't happy leaving it like that, so we came back. Today you join me on a cool and frosty morning at Clearwater Fisheries. I decided to come back to Kirby Lake. What I'm going to do is use some mesh bags and move the rods about as much as I can, maybe recast every 45 minutes to an hour, and see if I can pick up a couple of fish. It is colder today. It's right at the start of the cold snap, as it were, so hopefully that hasn't switched the fish off straight away. So yeah, what I'm going to do then is get the rods in and then get breakfast on. Breakfast time, porridge and a cup of coffee. Well, so far no signs of any fish moving. I've got one rod over by the inlet there. That's something different in the lake, so I thought I'd put a rod there. And I've got one over off the end to the left of the island. The bailiff did say that the deeper water was at this end, and in the current conditions with it being cold, possibly better to try the deeper water. I suspect with the change in temperature, bright sunny day, probably fairly high pressure, it's going to be hard work today, but keep drying, we'll see how we go. 12:25. I just saw a show, so I thought I'll put a rod over it, and I put my my left hand rod over it and picked up this little mirror, which is probably about 4 pounds or so. Literally, I didn't get a chance to put the rod back in the rest. I cast over the show and it took it. So yeah, there we go. Little mirror, first fish. Hopefully I can get a couple more. I'll put some more. I'll put both rods in that area and we'll see how we go. Well, the wind's dropped and it's like a mill pond at the moment. Completely different to what it was all morning. Calm as anything now. So if there's a bit more movement, shows, etc., then I can spot those. And I'm the only person on the lake, so I just cast within reason to anywhere where there's a show and see if I can pick another fish up. Yeah, so that's how it's going at the moment. A little bit warmer. I think the sun's about at its maximum now, and it's a blistering 7 or 8 degrees. Hard work, but it's quite enjoyable once I'm outside the day shelter and moving up and down. Yeah, coming up to 3:15, and to say it's been hard work would be an understatement. So what I'm going to do is to start packing down slowly. Sun goes down at about 4ish, 4:10, something like that, and then after that, well, I'll pack the the day shelter down now, and then I'll knock it on the head about 4:15. I've got to be out the gate by 5 o'clock, but it's dark at sort of 4:30 and I've got an hour and a half's journey. If I was into a load of fish, then, you know, I might stay until the last safe moment, but just the one fish all day, and I've been chasing around the pond. Every show I've seen that was castable, I've done that, but only managed to pick one fish up from that. So they've just not been on today, I'm afraid. It's one of those days where it's been too cold, I think. But having said that, I had the last 3 days of the weekend in the house decorating, so it was nice to get out into the fresh air for the day and do something different. Right, yeah, just after 4 o'clock, 4:10, and I'm all sorted, all done. So yeah, very hard day. One little mirror, which I got after a show, and I just chased shows around all day. I was recasting like mad when I saw a show, but didn't pay off apart from on that one occasion. So very hard work today, and as a new venue, I think I would definitely come back in the spring or summer once it's settled down. I mean, it's only been going since the end of July. Once it's settled down and there's more chance of getting a few fish for what they're billing as a day ticket runs water, then I think I need to come back and give it a fair chance, you know, under some better conditions. So there we go, another one down. 2 fish, 1 on each session from Kirby Lake at Clearwater, and there we go. So yeah, I've got an hour and a half trip now to get back home. I will see you on the next one. Take care, bye bye.